This is Arunava Chaudhuri, and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Once more, we have to speak about one of the Kolkata Giants and the unprofessional approach of the club officials. And this time, it's also once more Mohammedan Sporting. We spoke a lot about Mohammedan Sporting last summer when it was not clear after they gained promotion from the I-League to the ISL, could and would they play the ISL, because they needed an additional investor to ensure the expenditure that they would have as an ISL team. Now, let's go back a little bit in history to speak about, before we speak about the issues today. We go back to 2020, the time of COVID. In October 2020, Bunkerhill, Deepak Singh come forward to support the team as Mohammedan Sporting were playing in the second division league playoffs, which were happening to try and get into the I-League. They got promoted, finished second in the I-League behind Gokulam Kerala, and a couple of years later, gained promotion to the ISL. Deepak Singh has been the main funder of Mohammedan Sporting since 2020, and with the funds available to him, made sure that the club could go from the I-League to the ISL. Now, they searched for a new investor and found that, sort of in the last moment, in Shrachi Sports. Shrachi Sports also committed substantial financial resources to enable Mohammedan Sporting to put a team together to be able to play in the ISL. Now, the club, on the other side, committed itself that Mohammedan Sporting Club Private Limited, that initially 50% of the shares would go to Bunkerhill, that was increased to 51%, and a clause added, if promotion is achieved to the ISL, 61% would be owned by Bunkerhill. Till this moment, as I record this, as far as my informations go from Kolkata, Bunkerhill hold no shares at all. So Bunkerhill has been spending money on Mohammedan Sporting without the club officials, without the club's side keeping their commitment of transferring their shares to the investor. Now, what happened last summer is, when Bunkerhill clearly stated, I cannot fund an ISL campaign, the search for a new investor was started. Bunkerhill found a few potential options. All didn't work out. In the end, it was Shrachi Sports. It was Rahul Todi who came forward and said, yes, I will invest in Mohammedan Sporting. But it was then decided that out of that 61%, 31% would go to Shrachi and 30% would remain with Bunkerhill. Despite today, I was hearing that it is 30.5 each, supposedly. So I'm not 100% sure how that breakup would be. But Shrachi Sports would ensure, with financial inputs, that Mohammedan Sporting could be an ISL playing team. Now, Bunkerhill didn't get its shares, so Shrachi also didn't get its shares. But Shrachi spent money. I'd heard a while back, they were talking about 40% of their supposed investment was paid to the club. Now, Shrachi Sports on January 21st came out with a press release stating that they had spent more than 50% of what they had committed. And they couldn't continue because Bunkerhill and the club were in a legal battle over those original 61% that were committed from the club to Bunkerhill. Then later on, Bunkerhill came forward and said, you know what? We've been making investments into this club since 2020. And till date, none of the shares from the club have been transferred. So if you look at it from the investor's perspective, I would have to say both the investors are right, because I am spending multiple crores on this football team, on this institution called Mohammedan Sporting, and I actually don't have any legal authority on my spendings, and can't make any of my spendings actually visible in the way of that I, in return for my investment, get the shares. Now, as usual, Mohammedan Sporting Club officials come forward and said, you know what? We will sort this out. This is no problem. Let's talk. Let's do a Zoom. Let's do this. Let's do that. Because they are under pressure, because the players last week, before the game against Chennai FC, actually went on a strike and only later on came out for a training session. So this situation is very complex. Some people would say, on the other side, no, it's very, very easy. Because the question at the end of the day is, when will Mohammedan Sporting Club value their investors and the money that they have been and are spending on the team, when they will keep their commitments, so that the investors can put in the extra piece of cash, so that the players can be paid. It's typical. Another Indian football soap opera, Kolkata edition, sadly, but I would say in this situation, hats off to Bunkerhill, hats off to Shrachi Sports, because they have been investing money into something where the other side has not kept their commitments. But I hope, in the interest of Mohammedan Sporting Club, the institution, I hope for the players, I hope especially for the fans, that this is sorted out quickly. As always, let me know if I've mentioned everything. Maybe I've missed something. Write it then down below in the comments. As always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.